That was just a little bit of a technical glitch. I was on a different thing. I was on StreamYard, and then they told me I couldn't be everywhere I wanted to be. So here I am, and I'm so glad you are here with me. If you would like to put some comments, tell me what your name is and where you're calling from or where you're watching from. So we can go from there. Let me see if there's anybody who can do that. Let me see. Adam, you want to try that just to see if we can, if that works, or can you see that? Let's see. Oh, there you are. Adam is here. Yay. Okay, so anybody else who would like to make a comment and say hi, tell me hello from, and we will go from there. Let's see. Anybody else? All right. Well, you know what? I think I'm going to start. I don't know if people are going to start putting comments in here. But what I like to do is welcome you to the inner healing for peace in the Middle East. You must know me already. This is Karen Abrams, and I am here to bring in more inner peace so that we can emanate peace in our own bodies, in our own homes, in our own country, and in the Middle East, and take actions that are in alignment with who we are. Ooh, getting some people. We've got Julie says hi from Chicago. Moira says hi from Los Angeles. Claire Bear says hi. Took a while to get here. Pamela Burke says hello. I know she's calling from Ireland, so the UK. So thank you so much for being here today. And anyone else who wants to say something, I would love to hear from you. Let's see. Yael, love this. Hey, Yael. Nice to see you. Look, I saw your picture the other day, and you're beautiful. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So I'm going to start here. I don't know about you, but ever since this Hamas attack on Israel last month and all the events that have happened after this, it's been very difficult for me to start my day without feeling the collective emotions of war and the world response to it. There has been, I know I'm saying something that we all know, so much suffering of innocent people in Gaza and Israel, so many people taking sides without listening, simplifying a complex history, and all the hatred that is spawned locally and internationally. It's time to create peace from the inside out. So today we're going to use Theta Healing to connect to God and heal ourselves on all levels from what we're picking up and what we're experiencing personally. We're going to delve into our ancestry to bring in deep forgiveness. And at the end, we're going to have a group intention for peace. So let's begin, everybody. Let's say, can I come in your space? Just say yes. There we go. All right, everybody. Here we go. You might see me have a sip of water every once in a while. This stuff makes me thirsty. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is have God release all the energy, emotion, and experience that you're picking up from the collective that never belonged to you in the first place. So let's just have God do that. Just say yes. Beautiful. All right. And while we're at it, let's just release all the harmful radiation from all of our devices. Let's get that out of our bodies too. Good job. Good job. Good job. Okay. So, what I wanted to do to start out here is I have things that I want to talk about and things that I want to help you heal. But what I'd love to know right now are what are the emotions that you've been experiencing so that I can really tailor this to you. So if you can write them in the comment section right over here. If I don't see anybody doing that, I will go into what I have because I did tap into our collective to see where we're at. But I would love to see comments here. Anybody have any feelings about this? Remember, this is just about healing ourselves so that we can gain this inner peace and emanate this peace to bring about the change that we all want to see in this world. So, anybody want to do that? Let's see, I'll give you one more minute here. It might come, I might be in a delay for all I know. Let's see. Okay. All right. So, I'm not seeing anybody share anything in this moment. I'm not sure if that's technical or what, but I do have a lot here to do. So let's start with this feeling of being victimized. And we're just going to go back. There we go. We're just going to go back all lifetimes, all levels, and all languages. And what this means is we're going to go onto the ancestral level, our core level, which is everything that we experience ourselves, our history level, which is the collective consciousness and our past lives, and the soul level, which is the deepest part of the other three. There we go. Okay, terrific. There we go. We're just going to heal the sense of being a victim and being victimized. Okay. And there's a lot of grief that's coming up. Wait, you're having trouble hearing but connecting to the mercy. The problem is on your end. Okay. All right, here we go. Okay. So thank you. I'm getting grief and frustration. Let's have God heal, as Moira is saying, grief, frustration, and horror. So let's have God heal. Let's go into that because there's such a mutual level of grief going on for everyone. There we go. Woo! And just healing that on all levels for all those who have lost loved ones during war and conflict and surprise attack, all of those sorts of things. Also, what's coming up is being made a symbol, right? All of a sudden you're a symbol for everything that's good or everything that's evil or whatever it is in between. And so that's really like an objectification. And so let's have God heal that objectification that we're feeling, those of you who are. There we go. Excuse me. There we go. Beautiful. Can feel that right in the heart. There we go. Okay. So, and there's a lot of vows here. So vows are promises that are 24/7, which means that they never get switched off, and so they take away your free will. So there's vows here to be martyrs. There's vows to sacrifice yourself for the greater good, to sacrifice yourself for peace. Let's have God complete and finish all of those vows. And that way, whatever you decide to do for the world, you can do it, but at least you could clock out at night and clock in the morning. All the vows you have to save the world, save humanity, die for peace. Let's have God complete and finish all of those. There we are. There's a lot of complete and finish all the vows to be victimized and to be a victim and to victimize others. All the vows for vengeance and retribution. Let's have God complete and finish all of those. Good job. All the grudges. There's like tons of grudges here. Let's have God heal all the grudges. Just open up and allow this to happen. These lift off your shoulders. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. And all that frustration they can feel from these conflicts arising, frustration from the inability to create peace yet in the way that you'd like to see it happen. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Wow. And so there's a lot of anger and resentment and rage. And let's have God heal all that right now. we go. I can feel that lifting up and just the burden of all of this victimhood for everyone. Let's release that from every cell of your body, our bodies. Send it to God's light. There we go. All that horror that you've witnessed or heard about that's been reported. Just that collective feeling of horror. Let's have God heal all that. Rage. And just this feeling of being in fight or flight, which is very common right now. Thanks for coming on, everybody. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Yael. Thank you, Moira. Thank you, Barbara. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Pamela and Moira. There we go. Thank you all for being here. And all of those who have yet to say hi. There we go. There we go. You're welcome, Barbara. Barbara just made me smile. All right, here we go. So healing all that, so there's a lot of torment, emotional torment. Here we go, and turmoil. Let's have God heal this torment and turmoil. There's also vows here to take on the energy and emotion experience of humanity in order to heal it, to save it, and for all the other reasons you're doing this, let's have God complete and finish all these vows right now. Show you that you can be a good person and be a steward of peace without taking on the energy, emotion, experience of others, especially those who are suffering at this time in the Middle East. All those who are innocent, all those innocent lives, all of those people who are scared for their own lives. Everyone. There we go. Complete and finish all the vows to have eternal conflicts here. This is big, because obviously people have different agendas, right? And some agendas are for peace, some agendas are for freedom, and some agendas are for conflict. So let's have God heal all those agendas for conflict. Offer people that opportunity to change. Complete and finish all the vows to use your identity as, have conflict be an identity. And let everyone here know who they are from God's perspective. There we go. All right. Thank you, Betty Jo. So Moira said there might be a lag between when the comments are coming, so I will read them and address them as they're coming too, just so you know. Also, let's have God address this fixed thinking, right? It doesn't matter, you've probably seen it in your own family, or somebody who is always right. You may be the person. I'm not sure. And I'm sure we all have a feeling of being right when we're right, and some of us really would rather marry that than anyone else, and rather be right than happy, rather be right than peaceful, rather be right than harmonious. And so let's have everyone here have the opportunity to change that here. And pull all the hooks, cords, and attachments to fixed thinking, so that you can allow other solutions and other perspectives to come in and consider, so that you have the freedom to listen and hear the input. And let's bring in God's discernment so that you can know what's what. Beautiful. There we go. and then healing that helplessness and hopelessness that's coming in. A lot of people think it can never happen, that peace there can never happen. Let's change that belief so that we can change that. And always understand, too, and what I'm getting in it very deeply, is peace is happening all the time. But you'll never get a news show that says peace is breaking out in the Middle East. There's all these grassroots organizations where Israelis and Palestinian teenagers are getting together and understanding each other and where they come from. And Israeli and Palestinian children are getting together and knowing where they come from and starting to have lifelong friendships. Israeli and Palestinian adults are neighbors and they live in the same town and they breathe the same air and they hang out with each other and they appreciate each other. We don't hear those stories, we hear the violent stories. And so let's let you know that it's possible. That peace is always going on. Also. There we go. Yay. Wow. And just the burden of this hopelessness and this helplessness. And anyone here who's been burying their feelings very deep inside of you, that it's okay to allow them to come up and be healed. Let's show you what God's unconditional love feels like. There we go. Good job. There we go. And that you're deserving of receiving it, how to, and what it feels like to receive it. What God's joy feels like. That you're deserving of receiving it, and how to, and what it feels like to receive it. There we go. Good job. What it feels like to be safe in your body and in the world. This is a big one right now. And have discernment to make sure you're correct. How's that? God's discernment. Good. And all that chaos you've been picking up from that part of the world, and also the chaos from the world's reaction that kind of went from this side to that side, this side to that side. It's just let you know what it feels like to live without all this chaos that you've been taking in. There we go. Wow, this is great. And heal that fear of retribution. That's a really big deal, right? It's anytime people fear retribution, and peaceful people feel retribution from violent people, this is very difficult to speak up and protest and do all those sorts of things that you really want to do because that's what you're in alignment with. And so first it's okay to have God show you how to just to let yourself off the hook for this, and then heal this so you can find your safe way of speaking out. Here we go. Find the way that's right for you. There we go. Good. Beautiful. And now there's a lot of stuff's coming up around religious persecution. Obviously, this has led to and has sparked worldwide religious persecution right now. Anti-Semitism is at an all-time high. And so let's just heal that understanding, heal that tribal hatred, where it is tribal. There we go. Ooh, I can really feel that in the heart. It's a really big thing here. And having God heal this when there's been religious tribalism and religious resentment between, I'm going to do Christians and Jews. There we go. Healing all those who want to be healed here. And this might be genetic for you too, so if you say yes, it will heal if it's on the genetic level or on any other level, a past life level, we don't know. Healing that tribal religious conflict between Muslims and Jews. For those who are ready for that, remember this is also all levels, all lifetimes. If you say yes, it will go where it is. There we go. Let's clear the blocks to the 7th plane here. There we go. Awesome. And that'll still keep going. Let's just watch it for a minute here. And Christians and Muslims. There we go. Reminding everyone when there has been peace between all of us. And healing all those who are caught in the crossfire of all of this too. There we go. Woo! Healing that feeling of being conquered. There we are, beautiful. And that feeling, showing you what it feels like to recognize truth when it's coming to you in information instead of disinformation. Let's heal all the misinformation, the propaganda and the gaslighting that's going on. Let's release that from your space. Show you what it feels like to know when you're seeing it. There we go. And also know what it feels like to ask for help. Okay. So right now what I want to do is I want to address this from an ancestral place using ancestral forgiveness. This is basically a prayer that's powered. We're powering it with Theta Healing also, but it helps release ancestral connections to trauma and shock that are locked in the body. It's a really remarkable, remarkable modality that I have studied and love to bring in, and it's such a nice pal to Theta as Theta is to it. And all it's going to be is I'm going to recite a prayer. All you have to do is listen to it, receive it, and then you'll feel these little connections kind of tick, 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 tick. I've always known, and I found out through Theta that forgiveness is about letting go of the pain that you've caused yourself or the pain that other people have caused you. And so what I see with this forgiveness work is it's like these little attachments where people are like, no, I won't forgive you, I won't forgive you. And all these little like thousands and thousands and thousands of them letting go and disconnecting. So here we go. Infinite Creator, for all of us, for all of our family members, all of our relationships, all of our ancestors and all of their relationships throughout all relevant time, space, and dimension, for all hurts and wrongs, physical, mental, emotional, religious, medical, energetic, spiritual, political, and financial through thought, word, or deed, for all that led up to this and all that arose from it. Please help us all forgive ourselves, all forgive each other, forgive all people, and of all people forgive us, completely and totally now and forever, please and thank you. For all suicide, incest, rape, murder, manipulation, domination, retribution, persecution, mob attack, pogroms, isolation, propaganda, and gaslighting. For all patterns of being victimized, targeted, betrayed, criticized, fearful. For all patterns of anger, resentment, rage, vengeance, and righteousness. For all that led up to this and all that arose from it, please help us all forgive ourselves, all forgive each other, forgive all people, and of all people forgive us, completely and totally now and forever, please and thank you. Just going to watch this go and integrate so far. For all surprise attack, kidnapping, torture, abuse, anxiety, insecurity, taking on others' energy, emotion, and experience for all reasons. For all patterns of regret, resentment, rejection, pessimism, defeat, and giving up. For all that led up to this and all that arose from it, please help us all forgive ourselves, all forgive each other, forgive all people, and of all people forgive us, completely and totally now and forever, please and thank you. For all patterns of feeling responsible for everyone and everything, powerlessness, helplessness, staying in survival mode, being a follower, secrecy, suffering in silence, and holding ourselves back. For all that led up to this and all that arose from it, please help us all forgive each other, forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and of all people forgive us, completely and totally now and forever, please and thank you. For all trauma, violence, war, and invasion, for all land, property, and possessions taken away by hostile forces, for all banishment and exile, for all family members separated from each other, for all grief and pain from the death of loved ones, for all those who became refugees, for all patterns of being subservient, diminishing ourselves and others, betrayal, infidelity, self-sabotage, external sabotage, guilt, fear, and relinquishing our power. For all that led up to this and all that arose from it, please help us all forgive ourselves, all forgive each other, forgive all people, and of all people forgive us, completely and totally now and forever, please and thank you. For all patterns of bitterness, depression, mental illness, letdown and disappointment, loneliness, misanthropy, and xenophobia. For all inability to recognize truth, diminishment and dismissal of suffering, dismissal of fear, for the time they misused power, position, and authority and let us down. For all infliction of pain, suffering, and cruelty, for all taking of hostages, for all times we didn't feel safe. For all that led up to this and all that arose from it, please help us all forgive each other, all forgive ourselves, forgive all people, and of all people forgive us, completely and totally now and forever, please and thank you. For all refusal to admit mistakes and correct them, fixed thinking, blame, egotism, insensitivity, unethical practices, hatred, racism, tribalism, bigotry, anti-Semitism, ageism, nepotism, chauvinism, homophobia, misunderstandings, miscommunication, sexual abuse, and lack of answers, and for the times this caused suffering, struggle, and death, and for the times we did this to others. For all that led up to this and all that arose from it, please help us all forgive ourselves, all forgive each other, forgive all people, and of all people forgive us, completely and totally now and forever. Please and thank you. For all the times we abandoned or were abandoned, withheld love or had love withheld, weren't nurtured, loved, and supported or cherished, and times we didn't nurture, love, support, or cherish others. For all that led up to this and all that arose from it, infinite creator, please help us all forgive, be forgiven, and all forgive ourselves completely and totally now and forever. Please and thank you. Please, infinite creator, for the highest good, lift at all weight, pain, burden, sin, death, debt, negativity, hexes, psychic attacks, white magic, black magic, curses, and guilt, fear, shame, sadness, unworthiness, and limitation of all kind. Transform it into your love and let your love flow back into us, filling and giving us complete peace now and forever. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Please help us all love and bless ourselves, love and bless each other, be at peace with ourselves and peace with each other now and forever. Please and thank you. Okay. Woo! Let's just let that integrate. Good. All right. So, that was really cool. That was really, really cool. Really, really powerful. Thank you for playing with me with that. So now, we're going to take the next 10 minutes and intend for peace. This intention comes from Lynne McTaggart. She is a journalist and a researcher on the power of intentions. She has written many books. 2 were New York Times best-selling books on intentions called The Intention Experiment and The Power of 8. I've read The Power of 8 and it was remarkable. And she's held a few group intentions for this for the war in the Middle East since the beginning of in October. And it was so powerful that I wanted all of us to be part of this loving solution. So Here we go. And thank you, Lynn, for this. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want you to take our intention for peace into your heart. And I want you to send it out to that region and then allow yourself to imagine peace in that area so that you can see it, feel it, taste it, touch it, smell it, know it, experience it with all of your senses, okay? And just hold it and stay in that state of focused attention for 10 minutes. So here we go. Our intention is that all hostages be immediately released without harm in Gaza, that all the injured in both Israel and Gaza be healed and live, that all the grieving be comforted by a great wave of love and connection being sent to them from us, and that all destroyed property be rebuilt, all possessions be regained, and that there be immediate and total peace and justice for all in the entire region of Israel and Palestine. Let's take that all down into our hearts. Let's feel that viscerally. Let's feel that love pouring out for that entire region without taking sides, sending it out to all who live there. And allow it to unfold. Imagine it going to that region, and as you allow yourself in your mind's eye to hold that intention and see those images of peace in detail for these 10 minutes, I'm going to keep time. I'd like you just to hold this together with me. Here we go. See those images of peace, feel them, smell them, taste them, know with every pore of your body. Just feel the power of this. Okay, once again, with a few more minutes left, our intention is that all hostages be immediately released without harm, that all the injured be healed and live, that all the grieving and those people who have lost loved ones be comforted by a great wave of love and connection coming from all of us, that all destroyed property be rebuilt, all possessions be regained, and that there be immediate peace and justice for all in the entire region of Israel and Palestine. Let's hold this for a few more minutes. Just winding up the last 30 seconds here. There we go. And so it is. I wanted to know how that was for you. I'm not sure if we have a delay on here or not. It would take me 2 minutes to find out how you thought, what you thought of this. But if you try to click in and tell me how you felt that, I could feel that like a big wave coming through my chest out into this, out there. I could see hostages returning home. I could see Israeli and Palestinian children playing together and adults being together. I could see everything being rebuilt and walls coming down and peace and trust and beauty. I don't know if any of you, what you felt. I wish I could get an immediate response from someone. But given that it is not quite coming through quite yet, I want to say this to you. This was so powerful. Thank you. So Moira got through. Thank you, Moira. You are so welcome. So, for those of you who want to write something in there, I will see your comment. I would like to thank you for spending your very, very precious time with me today. My hope is that this helps you create a new sense of inner peace, and that's going to help you create more peace in your life and out in the world. Julie says, very powerful, lots of deep crying. I could visualize our intentions and see everyone's oneness with Creator. Oh, that's so great. Barbara says, it has already begun. Yes, it has. There are so many of us who are praying for peace in so many corners of the world, collectively gathering again. Maybe I'll do one of these again so that we can all come together And let me just say, let us all fill the collective consciousness with this peace so that we become less reactive and more loving and more understanding. And then, and Kennedy, is it Kennedy? Says, see great communion. I love that. And if at any time you feel like you need more support than this session and you'd like something to do with me, you can reach me at 2 different places. I'm going to put it right here at my email, which is Karen, there we go, at thinktheta.com. If you want to book a session with me, you can go onto my website and there's a link for that too. If whatever you decide to do, my love goes out to you. Thank you for being part of this powerful community to help bring in more peace. We need as much as we can. Until next time, everyone, God bless and goodbye for now. See ya. See ya, everyone.